Yes, guys, welcome to the third video of the fourth section. So today we're going to be talking about increasing probability of trades. So it's going to be it's going to be incorporating a lot of the knowledge we already know, but just adding a few more confirmations that we haven't really talked about yet. So apart from all the type of confirmations we have looked at the course so far, there's still a few left to learn. So currency index correlations, what this is the if you're trading USD, you'd look at DXY, for example. Intermarket class correlations, comparing different intermarket classes to understand the flow of money. And this is pretty much, we're going to explore really, really in depth in the fundamental course. It's not just going to be like a day, you know, oh, I can see DXY going this way, so so USD is going that way. I can see gold going down, so I can see DXY going up. No, it's going to be talking a lot more in depth about each economy, and there's a lot more to it. So that's why I'm mentioning it here, but we're going to be going through it in depth much later on. And then William percent R is something, it's an indicator that we brought up previously. Mainly look at it for divergences, but also when you're trading on the lower time frames, which I'm going to explore now. So currency index correlations. Index correlations are very helpful to you when you have a few areas of interest on EU, for example. So you take a look at DXY and EXY, which is the index for the euro, and to confirm if the anticipated move is well correlated. So before we go through that, the indexes for each pairs, you can see right here, quite self-explanatory apart from just GBP as the BXY. That's the only one that's slightly different for the rest. But yeah, every single currency pair has its own index. So you can easily look at that in the same way that you compare USD pairs to DXY. It works the same way. So here we go, Euro USD and DXY inversely correlated. And then all the other indexes, of course, are correlated straight with each other. And before we move on as well, what I wanted to explain about this is when you start looking for entries, you might have a few points of interest, for example, in Euro USD, but you're not sure exactly which one to execute on. So you can either wait for confirmation, but you might miss out on trades. You can go on a risk trade, but you might lose a few trades in a row because you might be picking the wrong areas. One thing that really helps with that is looking to see if it's correlated with the index pair or any other correlations that we're going to be looking at in the fundamental course. In this case, for example, Euro USD, if you start seeing that, okay, we're approaching a zone, but on DXY, it's not showing the same, then clearly there's something wrong there. Clearly there's something wrong with that zone, and you can expect either some kind of manipulation to happen at that point, or the zone is just invalid and you've chosen the wrong area. So either too close to price action, or you might be misreading the market structure. So William percent R, we've previously discussed this before, and I personally do not promote the use of indicators apart from when you're doing divergences, because I believe for as many winners that you'll win, and you may see, indicators will give many, many false signals if you just depend on it by itself. So you can easily bring it up on the indicator tab on TradingView. It will just bring it up along the bottom. I like to keep it gray, black, and gray, blue, and white. You know, it's just the colors that I go with. And then here are all the, what do you call it? The settings that I've got going on. So if you want to use it, there you go. So what do I use it for, and how do I use it? So I have identified a point of interest. We're now on the lower time frame. So this is the 5-minute chart on EU. I want to find an entry for sales. Timing is also going well as well. So we're seeing, yes, we're at the perfect time of the day. This could have been like a New York retracement, for example. Once price gets to my entry, I would always check to see the W percent R to see if it's showing a good confirmation. It's much more effective on the very low time frames, I've realized, rather as opposed to maybe a 1 hour or 4 hour. You know, even then it's quite effective. But when it comes to this, you might start to see some divergences. But also the thing is as well, when I'm actually entering, let's just say, for example, I was selling on this candle right here for some reason. Obviously, that's not the strategy we use because we wait for more premium and discounted areas. But if I saw that it was not on the top range and showing overbought, then usually I would not sell. And the way you use it is very simple. I would say William Percent R is more accurate than any of the other indicators. Um, but yeah, it's just another added confirmation that you can use just to know if you're selling too early or too not too late, but I guess too early, just to see, are there other points of interest that are more valid at the top? If not, then okay, yes, this checks out, time of day checks out, um, cross pair correlation checks out, everything. So yeah. Anyways, guys, these are just a few extra correlations you could add into your strategy. The one we're particularly going to be focusing on in the fundamental course is all the correlations between the different asset classes. There's a lot to learn there. So yeah, hold on tight and be ready to take notes for that one. Anyways, guys, take care and we'll see you in the next video.